Pride Month is upon us, people. There was the local Pride Parade that happened just in my city. It's June, Pride Month. It's where all the members of the LGBTQ community get together and throw a parade. It's called the Pride Parade, and it happens in most major cities. I was there, to protest. I was there in the back, right, with my arms crossed, with a sour looking face, just angry, right. I was like, this is an abomination, I was in the back, just hailing, homophobic slurs and everything like that. And I was there just to protest. I wasn't there to have fun or anything. I was protesting the lifestyle. But then the music got to me, it was the third rendition of YMCA, and a whole lot of Prince, a lot of moaning solo Prince. Prince at the end of his songs, he starts to moan quite a bit, and it's kind of homosexual, but it's just very good music, right? Prince. The end of Purple Rain, for example, he's got like at least 30-second moan fest going on. But their music spoke to me. And then I was still, so I lowered my guard a little bit, I unfolded my arms and tried to accept a little bit of the culture of the LGBTQ community. And then a couple of young, attractive men started throwing compliments my way. And as a man, I've never gotten a compliment. I don't know about women, but as men, we never get compliments. They said I look good. They asked me if I went to the gym. They asked me about my life, and I've never had that, right? And then they started fondling my ass. They started grabbing my ass and rubbing it smoothly, and I've never had that. I've never had a nice ass pat before, and it was nice and smooth and elegant, and I felt safe, and then I started dancing with these men, and one thing led to another. I bought a dildo, ladies and gentlemen. For the people, welcome to the weekend show with Mediumjay. For the people that are just listening on Spotify, just click over to the YouTube video real quick. I got an 8.5 inch. I think it's 8.5. It might be just 8. It might be 8 inches. We all think we're a little bit bigger than normal. This is an 8-inch dildo, purple, I think it's 4 inches in girth, in diameter, 2.5 probably in radius, and it's veiny. It's very veiny, and the funny thing is it was really awkward to walk in and get a dildo. And I know it was for a joke, guys. It's for a joke. Lady. And they're like, yeah, okay, whatever. Anyways, you're going to want to wash it, sterilize it, and make sure, you clean. I'm like, I don't need none of that. It's, it's just for, I can tell it's for a podcast of where I'm going to pretend to be gay. But we out here sucking dick. We're sucking dick all day. We're taking balls to the face, cock your dildos back. You know what I'm saying? We're 18 hours at the YMCA ain't shit. Jay, what you doing 18 hours at the YMCA? You spend the whole day there. What'd you do? I ain't lifting one weight, dog. Just, we taking balls. And the funny thing is, I was constipated last week, right? I was really sick. I was sick. That's why you missed this is a little inside baseball for you boys. We missed last week's show, right? Because I was constipated. After I had Terry, Fred, Jim, and Steve run the train on me, suddenly my shit just falls up. My shit don't even touch my ass, bro. It just falls out like a horse. It don't even make a sound. I don't even fart no more. It's just like this, just air passing through a very wide hallway. That's how my that's how I pass gas now. It's wild, man. And my net worth went up now that I'm gay. You know, it's funny, man. I just stopped spending money on pussy. Start, you know, and I don't have much time to go out for activities because it's just pound town when it comes down to when I get off, you know, go to work, get off work, and then you know we start working. Talking about 36-hour sessions with my gay friends. It's wild, man. You know, it's wild. The plus side of being gay is you don't have to deal with women's problems. That's the one thing. Being a member of the LGBTQ, the G part, it is almost it's unfathomable how much stress a woman can put on you. It's unfathomable how hard it is to just get along with a girl. And gay guys know this best, you know. Gay guys know this best. Men, straight guys know this best. Even women know this best, actually. Women, yeah, you know, women are straight up like, yeah, that girl's a bitch. Oh, don't talk to bitches. They're all just bitches. Oh, women are so fake. And you go like, Jesus Christ, this is you're a woman and this is what you vouch for. These are your people, right? And with gay guys, oh, dude, it's literally like the smoothest thing ever. And then, you know, I was at a gay guy's house one day. And fuck, man, all we did was have drinks. He made some pizza for me. You know, I sucked his cock, and then at the end of the night, he drove me home. I was all drunk. He's like, you know what? You're all a little drunk. I'm gonna drive you home, and I thank that guy. You know, he's such a nice guy, right? And wealthy too. And I was just like, man, I wish there was a switch in my head because gays are so adamant. They're so easygoing, right? I said that. They're so and they're thrifty too, and still, it's fashionable. You know, being gay probably low key is fire shit, dude. And I learned that when I was at the Pride Parade, right? Now, we had Pride Parade in our city in this weekend, and I don't know why they call them non-binaries, you know, because when I was there, I seen a lot of ones and zeros, baby. A lot of ones and zeros. And tens. There's some tens, but like, yo, why? It's, a lot of these motherfuckers are claiming non-binary, but you a 1 or a 0, dog. You know, you only can get ones and zeros. You stick to ones and zeros. That's pretty binary to me, baby. But like, I seen like there's a couple of, you know, straight up tens. There was a couple of straight up lesbian chicks that were dimes. You know what I'm saying? Like the chicks that you see on Euphoria. You're not too sure if they packing a rod or not, but they still look hot. You know what I'm saying? There's also like those tomboyish chicks. You know what I'm saying? The girls that haven't decided yet. Actually, I was, you know, fuck it, man. We'll go a little more inside. I was at the gym today, and there's this girl. And I thought she was a girl. I think she's a girl. I'm pretty sure she is a girl, but she looked like a tomboy. She looked like one of those dudes with that like zoomer hair with looked like Jack Harlow's hair when he first came out. And dude, she's pretty fucking sexy. She had a fucking dumper on her ass. She had an ass. But I'm like, yo, Jack Harlow could get it. You know what I'm saying? He looked like a chick too. Like, he pretty as fuck. So, I mean, with Pride Month comes a little openness and open-mindedness to sexuality. We're gay. Here at Cash Leaders, we're gay. Here at the Weekend Show with Mediumjay, we're gay. You know what the fuck going on? Whole lot of gay shit. Get your cocks out. You know what I'm saying? Get your cocks out, get your twats out, but you know, keep them separated. Unless you're a part of the B in the LGBT, then you're hopping over the border. It's like one of those Venn diagrams, baby. You right down the middle. You know what I mean? And pitch it down the middle too, Call that a strike, baby. Let's go. And at Pride Month though, back onto Pride Month. Some of the finest girls and some of the ugliest things that you'll ever see. There's some freaks of nature walking around. And no disrespect to, because I'm not saying that they're black, white, Asian, gay, trans, whatever they were. They just look like one of those like the Morbius enemies. You know what I mean? The Morbius enemies. I've never seen the movie, but apparently it's a meme, guys. It's something. It looks like halfway turned. Like he was morbing, and then he said, "You know what? I'm good. I'm good right now. It's morbing time." And then he morbed into not. I think the movie Morbius is a guy that's like half werewolf, and he just morbs into. They call it morph, not morb, not morphing, but it's morb. And the internet's fucking, actually, we'll talk a little bit about that. The internet's going crazy about this new Jared Leto movie. And it's all ironic. It's all irony. And they released the movie again in theaters, right? They released it again. And it failed the first time. But the internet was like making a joke about how they love it. And everyone was just doing memes and shit about how, this is the greatest movie ever. And then I think it was Sony that said, well, fuck it, let's run it again in theaters if it had a first one. And it had an even worse run in the theaters the second time. Made like $80,000 worldwide, which is hilarious. It's fucking hilarious. Or maybe even in just America, but even in just America, $80,000. That's like what, 80 people and 8 people per city watching it. I can't do the math on that. 8, maybe 10 to 20 people in per city watching, and that's fucking. That's stupid as fuck. That's as dumb as buying a dildo just for a podcast bit. Who does that? But it was funny because I walked up to the cashier, man, and I just dropped that motherfucker. I dropped this hammer down. I was like, blah. And he's like, no, and I said, I didn't say nothing. He didn't say nothing. He looked me in and I was like, it's Pride Month, baby. And I winked at the twink dude behind the counter. And speaking of femboys, there's some pretty fine looking femboys out there. These little twinks out there. Because I've been looking up like these little femboys in maid outfits, for Pride Month. It's Pride Month, people, and I realized that if I can't see a dick, it's almost like it's Schrodinger's cock. I'm like very attracted. You know what I mean? Because it's like it looks exactly like a girl. He's got high stockings and long socks, like nice knee-high socks, and he's pretending to be a cat or something, and you go like, this is, let's throw on the 8-hour compilation of femboys in maid outfits and in cat ears and shit, and as long as there's no cocks involved, and even if it's like they keep their cock very trim, pristine, it looks like a feminine cock. In all honesty, like it's not veiny at all. It's very smooth. They buffed out all the veins in their cock. You know what I'm saying? It's a very feminine penis. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying, ladies? So like I'm not gay. I'm attracted to. Wow. And you guys have to you guys gotta understand. You got to take the tranny pill, because there's a lot of girls that I've seen, as far as, because it's just strictly because it's Pride Month, and I got to do research for the podcast, people, and so like on the 24th hour of watching tranny porn, it starts to grow on you, like the penis, it starts to grow on you. I've noticed that like there's a lot of like very beautiful women, right? That used to be guys, and they still kept their dick, right? But like I've seen, like I got a fairly decent dick. Like it's straight, it's straight, not so narrow. It's very straight into the point. My dick's like straight talk. It gets straight down to the point, gets the job done, and there's little to no fluff around it. But I've seen some of these transsexual dicks. They're like new dicks. They're like fucking like the prime. Like I said, my dick was prime probably 16, 17. They got that 16, 17-year-old dick still intact somehow, shaven clean. Yeah, hard as able to keep it hard as a rock for multiple hours. You know what I mean? So it's got the endurance. It can go the distance. Like this dick has been listening to Eye of the Tiger. You know what I'm saying? Doing a Rocky montage or something. This transsexual dicks have a certain look to them. They have the girth without seeming heavy. You know what I'm saying? It's like light. It's like The Rock dancing or something like that. Being able to dance like Chris Brown. The Rock being able to dance like Chris Brown. You know what I mean? Or doing the moonwalk. Terry Crews doing Michael Jackson moves or something. You just like... These tranny dicks are so elegant and graceful, yet thick and big and juicy and plump. And Lord forgive me if I'm salivating right now, but... the fact that coupled with these feminine she's got tits, of course, so like these chicks with dicks, they're beautiful. You know what I'm saying? They're very beautiful, and the fact that like they can give it, you know what I mean, and it's pretty much lesbian porn, like, you know what I'm saying? It's actually, I was reading this thing on 4chan, right? They said it's actually less gay to be into tranny porn. Now, hear me out on this. Most porn, straight porn, guy and a girl. Guy, girl. You're watching the girl, yeah. You know what I mean? You heterosexuals, you men out there, you watching the girl, but you're getting a guy too. You're getting a guy, you're watching the girl, but you're also getting a guy. You're getting a whole dick attached to a man. Now that's 50-50 gay, right? That's 50% gay. Now a tranny with a female, a regular female, and a tranny, trans woman with the penis still intact. You're getting a whole woman with a penis and a full woman, regular biological. So it's like 75% gay. Just the dick is gay. So it's like it's just and she's got a feminine dick too. She like washes it and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's cut to perfection. Like a chef cut it, you know what I'm saying? It's cut, circumcision, perfect. Never see a tranny with a uncircumcised. I mean, you're already down there getting work done. You might as well spritz it up with a nice fresh cut. Yeah, that's just my spiel on how tranny porn, transsexual porn is less gay than watching regular porn, because it's literally it's a feminine dick. How many feminine dicks do you see out there in regular porn? They all look aggressively meaty, and I'm not into that. You guys gotta take the tranny pill for a sec. I am gonna convert all you kids, and they say that the people out there in the LGBT, the members of the my closest, dearest friends of the LGBTQ community, they say that they're grooming children. They say that they become teachers and they're teaching the kids about sex and education and all this sexuality, and they're getting these young boys to twerk on stage at bars. And I'm just gonna say, like, yo, let's be honest for a second. Grooming, you know what I'm saying? I think they should groom these children. When I was a kid, you know what I learned about sex when I was a kid? My mom said, "Don't look at any of that stuff. Any kind of we'll watch like a movie, and in a movie there'd be like a sex scene. My mom would go, "Don't look at that. Don't shield your eyes." And that's the straight approach to it. And I was in school. There's this gym teacher. Gym teacher looked like he was just old, and he used to be like an athlete. He used to like. Shawn Michaels, or you know what I mean, or someone like Shawn Michaels, like he used to be, and then you look at him now, or like Brett Michaels, Bruce Springsteen. You go like these guys, Mick Jagger's probably the best. Mick Jagger's the best example. You look at him and you go, oh shit, he looked like he used to fuck, but now he's like an old ratty dude. Like looks like he picks through bins for cans and bottles. That's what my junior high gym teacher looked like. And I remember he was telling us like, yeah, so sex, it feels good. You guys are probably gonna want it. Just make sure you're safe. Condoms. There's other alternatives that we could go through on these slides. And then he just put up a slide, and it's like, there's a vagina, there's a dick. Yeah, and you want, like, I don't know about you, but I want someone to live their presentation. I want someone to be theatrical. Someone like the trannies over there, they probably bring a dildo like this, and they say, "Here's how you suck a cock, ladies and gentlemen." And they just start gargling the cock. They pull out their pussy. One, they pull out their dick. Two, they already got both equipments. Most of them, you know what I'm saying? They flipping, and they can tell you infinitely crucial points as far as boy pussy. You know what I'm saying? Pussy. Look it up, and they can talk about, how much lube you do need for like those 34 to 5 hour sessions of gay orgies. You know what I'm saying? Or just like the whole the lesbians can teach you how to start a fire next to your camp while both your husbands are going off to check, to make sure the fire's okay. You guys can, flick your guys' beans and shit like that. All of this stuff. I would want, I would want my transsexual teachers and members of the LGBTQ teachers to teach my kids, to groom them, actually, not to even to teach, just groom them, to get them on get them on your side. Make them become an ally, right? There's absolutely nothing wrong with adults that transitioned, that now wear dresses that used to be men, telling your kids how to feel sexually. There's nothing wrong with that. I thought, Bill Bob, I thought about it. And there's nothing more disgusting and heart-wrenching than a motherfucker that's homophobic, I seen a whole lot of things growing up in the Civil War, a whole lot of racism and prejudice across all boards. I've seen wars fought for people just because of race, just because of religion, just because of sexuality. There's nothing worse than hating on another man, woman, or non-binary person just because you're homophobic, just because you can't accept how you feel, shouldn't dictate how you should make someone else feel. Don't knock being gay until you had a cock in your ass, or at least a dildo. My cousin Skeeter skeeted on me. You know what I'm saying? His skeet tasted like pineapple. I thanked him for that. Open your mind. It's Pride Month. You bastard. There's a whole lot of people out there, I think, that still go through life, you know, and we don't like them. We don't like them. There's a man coming around in a van the other day. And he, you know, he had a whole lot of swastikas on his van. He had a whole lot of white power on his van. And he had a man who I would assume would be Donald Trump stomping on the LGBTQ, painted on the side of his van. He had him stomping the flag of the LGBTQ community. And I said, that's where I draw the line. You can be a racist. You can be, you know, a murderous psychopath with guns in your, you know, mentally ill. But when you cross the line and say that these members of the LGBTQ community don't struggle, and they're not, and you don't validate them as a human being simply based off their preference of choice of sexuality. And a lot of them like minors, but who doesn't? Shit. I seen a couple cousins that look, you know what I'm saying, and they were maybe even 6, 7, and they're not 6, 7. I mean, shit. God bless them for acting upon their primal instinct, you know what I'm saying? But to deny the humanitarian in you, to accept these types of people is godly. You know, if you accept these people, you evolved, right? Because back in the day, I used to do the same thing. I used to joke with my buddies. I used to say the F word. But now I'm an ally. I'm an LGBTQ activist. I did a lot. I did a lot of learning. I did a lot of growing up. Yeah, I took a couple in the butt. I realized that's where the G-spot was, and I felt like I never had sex like that before. I think we all bottoms in this bottom nation. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, boy. Your boy like a little bit of mustard with his hot sauce, you know. A little bit. And the fact that there's still a whole group of individuals out there not accepting these lifestyles, the LGBTs and 2As with the spirits, whole group of people not liking them. It sickens me to my core, skater. I can't stand the fact that there's a whole plethora of religion, you know, mainly Muslim, that don't even acknowledge all of China out there. All of China. And speaking of China out there, completely unrelated news. We're speaking about China. China banned blood from video games, you know. We'll put that there. Right there. And the internet is running amok because with the Photoshop edits, they say, well, all the blood in video games, we got to change it to, you know, edit to white. So people got bloody mouths cut up with white stuff coming out their mouth because they edited it. They're like, we got to get rid of the blood. But they didn't think too quick. They didn't think that long about it. And they realized that all the blood, you know, blood coming out of the person's head, changed it to white instead of red. Now it look like cum dripping on these faces. A whole lot of anime, whole lot of video game characters just dripping in cum. Oh shit, got a shot in the chest, and instead of blood coming out, it's just white stuff coming out. It looks like cum just all over his chest, just dripping down. Is wild. It's wild. They're wild. Speaking of the tranny pill that I took, I definitely took the tranny pill. I realized like having a girl that looks, having a guy that looks like your girl. You know what I'm saying? Like the problem I think that people don't have is that there's a lot of transsexual women that haven't really pulled it off fully. And there's what we call broke trannies. I'm talking about the ones that, put in the money. I'm talking about the ones that put in the time and effort and pull it off and can be real. They're called traps, ladies and gentlemen, and trannies. They're called traps. So they're girls, trans girls, trans women that look like women, right? They can trap you, right? And you can go, wow, this girl's beautiful. She's into me, and she's cool. Her personality is awesome. Personality is off the charts. And you go like, this is amazing. Like she's probably has like there has to be a cat. What did she have, like 100 cats at home? Is she homeless? You know what I mean? What's wrong with this chick? There's nothing wrong. When you get home, she pulls out an 8-inch cock bigger than yours, and you go, damn. But here's the problem. Well, actually, it's not a problem. My bad. It's not a problem. Having a girl that looks fine as fuck, right, all the time, which is fine. Those trannies look beautiful. And a dick, right? First of all, you can, because as a guy, we're always fucking. Sometimes we want to be the fucky. Sometimes we want to lay back, put our feet in the air, put my feet over my head, over my shoulders, my own feet. Got me in this weird thing. Put my feet behind my head. Put me in a pretzel. You know what I'm saying? And then let me call you daddy one time real quick. You know what I'm saying? But having a chick that just looks like your ex, but acts as your best friend, bro. Like she looks good, right there. She looks good. We'll put that to the side. That's great. She looks good already. And you get along with her. She's cool. You guys, when you guys argue, you guys don't. It's not like a 3-week argument. You know what I'm saying? Like women, you guys have one argument. It's like 3 or 4 fucking days minimum. She's like a guy, right? Because she was born as biological. She's still got that logical thinking part of her brain, and she got a little bit of testosterone too. She could hit the gym with you, dog. You guys could be gym buddies. And when you guys like get into a fight or whatever, she may punch you and it might hurt, but you go, okay, well now I can't. Now I gotta logically reason with this transsexual woman, because I know I can't just hit her. It would, domestic abuse would plummet. You know what I'm saying? Domestic violence and abuse, as far as couples fighting goes, it evens the playing field, right? You know what I'm saying? And how cool would it be to have your girlfriend be the top swimmer? You know what I'm saying? The top tennis player in the women's division. Because for sure she'll be able to do that when she's trans. I mean, like, it's, to me, like, I'm slowly, like, I know this started off as a joke, but I'm slowly telling myself, like, this is actually, like, logically thinking, like, it on all boards it works, but just one small facet in the tranny department is that she has a cock, which, and to be honest, it's a workaround. I could work with that. Like, cause like, good times, and she looks good. A lot of people like, she's well behaved, right? She's nice. She can fucking crack jokes and take jokes just as they come. And like, she puts down just as much. I mean, she could take shots for shots with you. You know what I mean? If you need a wrestling partner to spar, she's fucking holding you up. You need a dude to need a dude to spot you at the. No, wait, no, I got my girl. She come through and spot me on the bench, dog. You know what I'm saying? She taking actually. No, she knows the best hormones and testosterone replacements to take. She knows how to help me fix my balding spot on my head. You know what I'm saying? She's like, oh, take these hormones right here. You're low on testosterone. Take this right here. It's like my little Joe Rogan right there. But she's fine, and you can, dude. There's still 2 holes available. We all know that. We can work around that. She's got a dick, so what? It's a feminine dick too. It's pretty. It makes your dick feel shameful. Your dick's like the female dick in the relationship. She's got a nice big fucking long 8-inch, thick boy like this thing I got next to me right here. Yeah, man, it's crazy, man. But all I'm saying is I've seen some cute trannies in maid outfits, and we'll put that to rest. Well, I mean, it's kind of related. I was eating a tube of yogurt the other day, one of those tube yogurts, little package yogurts where for legal reasons, I won't mention the brand name. But it was these tube yogurts, right? The package malfunctioned, right? And I was like, just squeezing up the yogurt, and the yogurt squirted all over my face and up my nose, and it was like thick globs of yogurt all over my face, right? And I felt helpless. I was like, what can I do? There's nothing, like, I was like, I couldn't breathe out of my nose. It got all down my throat. It was dripping off my chin. All this, this yogurt just deep into my orifices. Someone got into my eye. I was like, it's fucking my eyelashes are all messed up. All in my eyebrows, dripping off my chin. And just yogurt. Just everywhere, and I was panicking, right? I was like, because I couldn't see, I was bumping into things, and it was my most vulnerable, just trying to eat. You go to eat a little bit of yogurt, and you get it all over your face and down your chin and chest, and just dripping all over your shirts, and it was horrendous, and I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, for men all across the world, we're sorry, ladies. That's what we've been putting you guys through. You know what I mean? I had one day, I just went to go get some yogurt, and it got all over my face, up my nose, couldn't breathe. It was thick. I was choking, was crying, got it stinging in my eye. I couldn't breathe. I was gagging. It was everywhere, right? And I've subjected, quite a few women to that, facials, right? And they're like, I go, it's not that bad. It's actually, I read things on the internet. I go, it's protein, baby. Get it in your hair. It'll help your hair grow. I should start coming in my hair if I'm balding. I should start coming in I should just start rubbing my hair with cum, but then I'm one of those guys, and I think I'd rather be bald than be the guy that sewed hair. It would be weird if it was other people's cum, though. It would be just sucking off several guys. Come in looking like some 80s rock star with like the long flowing hair, and you know what I'm saying? Come in looking like Lenny Kravitz with the, I don't know, dreads. I don't know, Bob Marley. Just have long flowing hair in like a couple of days, sucking off all these men. Back onto the point. What this is the point? Oh yeah, I'm gay. I was watching BTS. Those boys, BTS. Like those, like if I could get a guy like that, like a guy like BT, one of the guys, any one of them, you could swap them out. To be honest, I wouldn't know. You get maybe the lead, maybe the most popular one, like the Zayn equivalent of BTS. We get a Zayn going, the Korean Zayn, and just have them dress up in a maid outfit with cat ears, right? And just have them, you know, eating yogurt, you know, seductively through my like have like well, we need all the BTS. We don't need all the members of the BTS community, and just have them, you know. And you got a big mansion too, right? Have them just frolicking through your gardens. Have them frolicking through the meadows of your big free range yard. You know what I'm saying? And like just Greek statues, all well endowed men, of just, you know, statues of just, you know, the most statues you see are fucking tiny, but just big, well to do fucking statues of Greek gods and shit, and just have these like little Asian femboys just dressed in the tightest, skimpiest outfits with serving you like croissants. You know what I'm saying? Serving you those little mini hot dogs and knishes. And it's like the square sandwiches you see at cocktail parties, you know, have one come around with champagne, and he's in one of those tops with like those ironic like ties, like the tie t-shirt tops, but it's a crop top, but it has a ironic, like the tie cuts out because it's so fucking high up, crop top, and just these dudes that just look like women, dude, like almost to the point where you could fool all your friends, and they didn't even transition yet. You could fool a lot of your friends with these guys. Like, because when I first seen BTS, I go, fuck, I'd fuck at least four of those, or those 5 or 6 guys. I'd fuck, and I didn't know they were guys, so I was like, I thought they were women. I thought they were the like a Korean pop girl band. And someone told me those guys are guys. And to be honest, I said, well, I'll bump it down to maybe 3 of the guys. I would fuck like 5 out of the 6, but now I'm maybe 3 telling, because they're still fucking. There's some very good, cute Korean femboys out there, and Japanese boys. There's some sexy little Asian twinks, and it would be cool, right? To just, you know, you would pay them off well, right? And have them dressed around, and, you know, I go through this fantasy again in my head. Go through, you know, have them in skimpy outfits next to, you know, Greek god statues, but they're like thin and whatever. But then give them like something to work for. Like you go to the gym for like Zeus and Odin's with large cocks. You know what I mean? Because you got to keep them on their toes. You don't want them to get too comfortable. You never want a person to feel too liked in your vicinity, you know. But yeah, have them all like always eating and serving like hot dogs and popsicles, very phallic items. Yeah, every chair you own has a fucking dildo drilled into the side of it and into the top of it, so that you have to sit down on it. You know, I mean, that's the swans have like one of those one of those fucking head strap chin dildos while you're going down on chicks and shit. You know, swans. What else do we got? Oh boy. Speaking of BTS, I was playing BTS the other day, and my granddad was sitting there, and he started having flashbacks to the post-war. He started having flashbacks of the war and his PTSD. He was like, "It's the goddamn Koreans. You're in Vietnam. It's the same difference." he grabbed me, pulled me in close, and he said, "It's the same thing. It's the same thing, his grandson. Same thing." And he started having episodes, and he grabbed my fake gun, let off a couple of blank rounds. It was bad, man. We had to put him in the home. We had to put my dad in a home thanks to BTS. My granddad. waterboarding's tough. Waterboarding is tough, because the dilemma is that it's very torturous and it's banned on the Geneva Convention, but it's also like, have you like, obviously getting waterboarded is terrible, but like the setup for waterboarding, if you're torturing, it's fun. It looks fun. In movies, it looks cool. Like, it's fucking like, you get the rag out, you get the bucket of water. It's like you're coming to science class when that one time when you use the Bunsen burner. You know what I'm saying? You got all the shit and you got the gas, and even though it's like a little minimal setup, it's like a fun artsy science project, right? Waterboarding, it's fun. When you're being punished and you need to extract info. You know what I mean? And you go like, okay. Because I'd say maybe like the amputation of limbs is horrible. Getting brutally pummeled is one thing. Sometimes they just slice you up, cut you, whip you. There's a lot of things they could do. They put you in one of those upside down things and then leave you for like 5 hours or some shit. The Chinese water torture is one of those things that I don't think is real. I don't think like a drip hitting you every day or every random time so you can never get to sleep. It just drips a little bit of water onto your head. And they say that makes a man go insane after months. I don't know. It just seems like a weak-sided waterboarding. On the other hand, it's clean. First of all, you're washing the dude, so you're getting his bath out of the way. I mean, like these, and I'm not making a point. People may think I'm making a point for waterboarding. I'm definitely not making a point. I'm just pointing out all the benefits of waterboarding. Waterboarding, right? You get the guy clean, right? He's probably bleeding on your equipment and whatnot. You first of all, when you get massages, you get a towel. When, you know what I mean? When someone strikes up a hot bath, you get a towel. It's relaxing to put the towel over somebody's. It's polite. Right there off the bat, it's polite, it's relaxing, it's engaging, because you gotta first, you gotta make sure the towel's all the way on his perp's head. Then you got buckets of water. It's like a water fight. Like, brings you back into childhood with your water balloons and stuff. You gotta make sure you got enough water on your side, or else you lose the water balloon fight, right? And just the act of pouring water is like, it's literally like every time that you pour water, it's like you're pouring water to drink water. You're sustaining your life. You're pouring water for plants, growing life. You're putting water down on a fire or anything like that. Anything bad, you have to put water on a pan to help it steam up. You're boiling vegetables. It's quite putting water on things is quite actually like nourishing for the mind, body, and spirit. When you're pouring water over the perpetrator's head and he's coughing and gagging, it's a clear indication, right? He's like, he's having trouble. It's a direct, like, sometimes you pop a guy in the head with your fist or with brass knuckles. And he just takes it, right? Spits it out. But dude, no one's taking fucking water to all the orifices of your body and you just can't breathe. He's having trouble. You know what I mean? And people argue often all the time. Why don't you just drown him and put him back up? Because sometimes he doesn't come back up. Sometimes he's drowning him. He's kicking around. He starts kicking. You bring him back up. He's already dead. You know what I mean? I think it's harder to kill somebody with waterboarding. Right? And just safety wise, is probably the safest way to torture somebody. So I'm running for the mayor in my city, strictly off of just trying to bring back waterboarding. You know what I'm saying? Like, getting it off of the legal punishments. Because like, we want to make it something, and I'll run for president, and it'll be a lot of like waterboarding and feminine. I'll probably have first lady. First lady is gonna be, first lady gonna be a man too. You know what I'm saying? Or a feminine dick. And she'll have a feminine dick. A chick with a dick, dude. Oh my god. Nah, yeah, or a man with tits. I don't care. I don't care what you call it. I'm past that. I know what I'm about. But yeah, it'd be interesting to try to run against Justin Trudeau, based off of the waterboarding situation, right? If I got the waterboard situation, I would think personally, I could beat him because no one likes Trudeau right now. No one accepts him. No one treats him. You know what I mean? He's such a cuck, right? He dressed as a Nazi. He dressed as brown faces in East Indian, and like he's such like a he's actually, to be honest, I would say, if I had to guess, he would look good in a femboy maid outfit. And this is just like based on, I mean, we're not talking about the man's what he's done, because he's done a lot of shady shit. You know what I'm saying? He's been naughty. And I think we should spank Trudeau. You know what I mean? Put Trudeau in a maid outfit. Have him prance around. You know what I mean? Try to clean up his mess that he made. Trudeau, you made a mess. Rub his nose in it. And then just punish him. Just nothing but like clapping his butt. Get big old Tyrone motherfucking Jackson, just fucking clapping those cheeks. You know what I'm saying? And you've been a very naughty boy, Trudeau. You know what I mean? Take undress. Trudeau. Have him say, "Oh, Canada, oh, Canada, oh." But it would be a nice vision, to just like it'd be a good porn for sure. Gay Trudeau, gay cuckold Trudeau, you know what I mean? Just letting his wife get rammed, you know what I'm saying? And then after he realizes, damn, dude, I don't like being cuckolded. I just like dick. That's Trudeau. That's what Trudeau's about. That's who he is. That's how he is. What do we got? We got a lot of news. There's a lot of stuff going on. It's Pride Month. It's gay. It's gay topics. There's a whole lot of people still getting mad at comedy and jokes and the fact that we can laugh at ourselves and everything, but when somebody else decides to laugh at us, it's almost like we take that personally, right? And nothing more, and I'm saying this with giant dildo right next to me, nothing hurts me more than when the joke gets taken wrong, right? That hurts me. That hurts me more than taking this said an 8.5. I think it's 8.5. Might be 8.5. With foreskin, but the foreskin's cut off. 8.5, 8-inch dick up the ass. I could take that quicker than I could take someone not being able to take me as a joke if I'm meant to be taken as a joke. That made sense. I don't know. But Rich Vos came to Winnipeg the other day and he walked a group of Native women. At the Rumors Comedy Club at Winnipeg, right? And here's the thing. I was going to go to that. I totally fucked up. I totally forgot when it was going to be. I was going to get tickets. And because I like Rich Vos, he was a good friend of Patrice O'Neill, and I was always watching Patrice O'Neill and Opie and Anthony, and he would always come on Opie and Anthony. And Rich Vos he's a funny guy, right? He's when he was funny, he is also kind of off color kind of guy. He would say a lot of very mean shit. It was mean spirited, kind of that cringe comedy, saying things that you don't really mean in order to propel the perpetual jokes that you were slanging, right? You put it on a character of a facade, right? And this hack, Rich Vos, lost his teeth in a crack fight. He walked these native women saying like, you got, you know, he said something like he was doing off-color jokes, and some girls like, I guess were offended, right? And he was saying like, go back to your wigwams and shit. That's what he was saying to these girls, and that's such like a dated, like it's such a dated reference. Wigwams, go back to your TPs, right? You know what I'm saying? I hope no bow and arrows hit the side of my car while I'm walking. You know, it's so like, it's obviously like, it's racist. Obviously, if you just think personally, oh shit, my bad. You just think personally on how it is and how it came off, and if you just read the transcripts, it's offensive, yeah, for sure. But he's doing comedy in a comedy club to generally, Winnipeg's generally populated with quite a bit of natives, so the majority, I think, is the minority is Native Americans. If you look at the jails, they're packed to the brim with natives, so we got quite a bit of diversity in Canada. The idea is that he's on stage telling jokes. The idea is he's performing with a microphone jokes, and he'll say some stuff he doesn't mean in order to hopefully make you see yourself a little bit in a different light. Oh shit, he's just making jokes, and if they're jokes that offend you, he kind of does walk a lot of people. Rich Vos is a guy that's crazy, and by that I mean he'll say a lot of things that are mean, and he'll also project a lot of things. You know, he'll say a lot of things that are mean, and he'll feel insecure about himself, so he'll start attacking other people. But in the sense of comedy, right? Like, it's the jester. Jester's supposed to make fun of the king, the peasants, the king, the queen, the peasants, and everybody in between, right? Like, that's it's just wigwam. Go back to your wigwams. And I think he's banned from the comedy festivals and shit, and in all of Canada probably. But you know, they said he's canceled. I don't know if that's true. You have to have a career to get canceled, Rich Vos. You know. Shouts out to Rich Vos, by the way. Shouts out to Vos and Barney McFarland. You know what I mean? Taking the sponsor in. Rich. I'll look after this sick dog. This Rich Vos has got. I'll look after this drug riddled fucking dog. You know what I mean? That just has missing teeth and no leg. Just down on his luck. You know what I mean? I don't know. I seen a 3-legged dog the other day. People are taking in basket cases. I want to thank Bonnie McFarland. Taking in a basket case like Rich Vos. Nah, in all seriousness, you know, we hope Rich Vos comes back from this. Winnipeg, dude. What are you gonna do with that? I live here. I know how fucking nobody successful comes here and decides we're the flyover state, if you will, like Wyoming or something. Like what are you doing here? Like, there's North Dakota, South Dakota, and there's that right in between those. There's some towns in between both of them. That's where we are. That's where we are on the map. We're not really Toronto. We're not really Vancouver. And we're far from it. And we're far from Calgary too. You know what I'm saying? And Calgary is the lesser known. We're not even Halifax, to be honest. You know what I mean? At least if we were like none of it, you know, Yellowknife or Yellow Yukon or whatever, the Yukon, the Northwest Territories, that's something. You know what I mean? You could be having an igloo and shit. That's something. We're Winnipeg. We got nothing. So I wouldn't say it. I mean, if that's all you got, Rich Vos, you know, coming to Winnipeg, just give it up. Just hang it up, dude. Hang it up. Because if you lost us, you should be like, okay, we lost the 10 grand every 12 years. You know, 12 years. What do they give? Probably Probably. They don't pay shit for performers here. I think Bruce Springsteen came in here once, and they tried to give him 25,000 air miles. That's what they did. They're like, can we bargain? Can we bargain instead of paying you cash? Give you some optimum points. You know what I mean? And get some air miles, reward miles. How about you get 25 cents off gas for the next year? You know what I'm saying? That's how shitty my city is. That's how terrible it is, and a bunch of nobodies. You guys are losers. But you know, one thing we have is pride. And it's pride for trannies. Speaking of trannies, man, my car is on the verge of breaking down. It's horrendous. My car is like day in, day out, there's something new, right? My car is bought it in 2015. It was a 2014 car. So it's about 8 years we've been settling down with this little guy, and this car is on the verge of breaking down. Every time I bring it in for an oil change, they got something else. Put in all in the last year, probably $6-7 grand all together, and it's getting to the point where I want to throw up, or I want to just say fuck it and just drunk it. And I've been thinking about ideas on how to get rid of this car. I've been thinking about ideas of how to I don't want to sell it. You know, you sell a car, right? Okay, you get $6 grand or whatever, but you also have to fucking you have to haggle it. You gotta find it, and then they're probably gonna fucking Jew you out of it. You know, they'll probably fucking Jew you out of your profits that you made, and you probably have nothing. You want to pick up the car? No, you gotta drive the car here. Then can you give me a ride back? No. You know, it's just a hassle trying to sell your car. So I was thinking, you know, like this is like a little scheme that I was thinking of. Me and the boys would we'd get together, right, and we'd put up a pipe bomb inside my car, and we would illegally park it in like a fucking building. We put it like, you know, on a building somewhere where like a ticket guy would come in, or a tow truck guy. A tow truck even better, but either way, a ticket guy or a tow truck guy comes in, you know, let it pile up with all these tickets and shit. And you know what I mean? Like, so it'd be like multiple tickets and parking violations and towing things. And then but watch it. And if the tow truck, you know what I mean? If the tow truck in the yard gets to it, or the ticket guy, you just say fuck it and lose it on the ticket guy. Just fucking detonate the pipe bomb and blow up whichever fucking person. Because I hate those. Everyone hates the ticket guys. Everyone hates the tow truck guys, because their fucking job is to fuck over people just because they're a little bit late on their parking. So like blow the tow truck guy up to smithereens, right? And then claim it for insurance, right? You know, come around and just say, hey, listen, someone stole my car, right? You know what I mean? And then like, why didn't you report it? Well, I just got back from vacation. You know what I mean? Just right over their head, right off the bat. I just came back I just realized my car's stolen. Someone broke in, hotwired it. Then fucking got a bunch of tickets and blew it up. You know what I mean? Blew up the tow truck driver too. And then you know, you get your money for the insurance. You took out, you know, the vermin of society, these goddamn tow truck drivers. You take out the, you know, I mean, hopefully a ticket guy was on the way to give one last ticket, so he took out a ticket guy as well with him, you know, and shit. You know, you get your money back, you know, from the car. There's I think that's it for the weekend show today. It's the gay show, ladies and gentlemen, and boys and girls and transsexuals alike. There's a whole group of people that now I am included in. Because I'm one of those guys that are called queer. But I realize queer doesn't do justice for me. I'm not. I'm a silly guy. And I realized, like, it's not that I'm attracted to men, you know. Just sorry for all the gay guys that were watching this getting, you know, their rocks off. All the femboys, you know, I want to. Don't get me wrong. I do love me a femboy in a maid outfit with cat ears. Doing that lick shit that girls do on TikTok. You know, a TikTok hubby. I need one of those. Okay, I gotta stop. I like to just fuck around, right? And a lot of people think I'm like queer, but I realize I'm not part of the the LGBTQ community because they haven't gotten to my letter yet. My letter is O. My letter is O. And people go, what's O? What does O stand for? Other. That's an interesting one. That's interesting. And you go, what? People ask me all the time, what would O stand for if you were added? I'd go other. I like fucking other chicks. I like, and this could be guy or girl. When I'm fucking somebody, I'm immediately thinking about all the other options. It's like FOMO. It's the FOMO sexuality. You're intimate with somebody, but you're thinking of somebody else. And I've never been in the moment, sexually. This is a great advertisement, by the way, for my future love life. I've never been sexually in the moment with somebody. I've been thinking about other chicks. I go, even when I really do like the chicks or men, if that was a thing, this is for everybody, right? I'm explaining. If I did like the chicks, right, and I liked her, this is the girl I've been waiting for, I'm still thinking about her friend or her sister or her cousin. I'm fucking this girl and I'm thinking, hopefully she tells somebody else about it. Hopefully she spreads the word. A polygamist. They didn't even add polygamy into the LGBT. Why can't they just put a little 10? A little 10. An exponent on any of them. They could just put a 10 at the end of it. LGBTQ to the power of 10. And what 10 means is you're fucking 10 people at once. You need 10 people to freak off. You need to get off with 10 people minimum, or else you ain't getting off. It's not what you please. It's not what pleases you sexually, right? I personally, if I could have several, like maybe twins, like it'd be cool, because here's what my fantasy would be, right? First of all, a football stadium filled with everybody naked fucking, and and I walk in like it's like a gladiator, like I'm Russell Crowe, and there's a lion, and obviously there's a lion, and then there's a guy on top of the lion with one of those like rickshaws, and he's whipping the lion, and the lion's coming to fucking eat me, and I have a sword, and I slay the lion, right? And this is all still sexually. All the people in the stadiums that are having sex, right? And I slay the lion, right? And the head is gone, and then the guy gets off of his rickshaw and he just starts making out with me, right? And then I throw him down to the ground and I pick up the lion, and the dead lion, start going at it, right? And then dozens of women just compiling, because after the manly, like, I slapped the guy after making out with him. It's like, oh, that's not what I don't want a loser. It's not the fact that he's a guy. So I don't fuck losers. Then I have my way with the dead lion as a sign of dominance, and I beat my chest after, and then dozens of the women that were having sex in the stands with their recipient others, their fucking mates that they've had married, or boyfriends, or casual flings, if you will. They leave their men, right, in the stadium. Then they start flooding me, and that the thing, I step off the stage flips up, there's just one giant bed. This bed's like 15 king size beds put together, right? It flips over. The blood and the lines are all, it all washes off of me instantly because the women are licking me so much, and I'm just too much. There's just so much. And I'm just grabbing everything. Everywhere I grab, it's all women, and it's just all of this, all of these women, and I'm just going. Then I come early. Right? And then I promise that I'll keep, because I mean, this is a big spectacular. I come real quick, like 10 minutes into it, right? Not even 10 minutes, 5.9 and 5.5 minutes. And I'm trying to get it back up because I'm into humiliation. And they just start loading up like tomatoes flying. All the women are dissatisfied. You know what I'm saying? And then and then I go like, why did I said I needed hundreds of women, right? And I'm like just down. But then I get rock hard again because I'm getting humiliated. And we start that chain back up again. Happy Pride Month, ladies and gentlemen.